Alright, welcome back guys, or welcome if this is your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys my death predictions for The Walking Dead Season 9, starting with Alexandria. In this video I'll be just dealing with any residents within the Alexandria safe zone. The next death prediction will probably be the Hilltop, followed by the Kingdom, Sanctuary, and then probably Oceanside and Miscellaneous. So if The Walking Dead is something you're interested in, don't forget to subscribe down below and hit the bell icon, that way you don't miss any future Walking Dead content. Now let's begin. Alright, starting off first we got Rick Grimes himself. Now, if you've been following the news, you know Andrew Lincoln has reportedly said that this will be his last season, and apparently he's also stopped filming. So I'm predicting, and I never thought I'd ever have him on this list here, but I'm predicting Rick will die within the first couple episodes of the season. Unfortunately, I'm still excited for the season, and I'm interested to see where they take him, but I'm going to say Rick dies this season, and I'm hoping he goes out in a big dramatic way, and Andrew Lincoln gets his wish to have, I forget what song it is, but some kind of Bob Dylan song playing in the background during his death. So I really hope they have that all play out and they do justice to this legacy character. But let's move on to my next death prediction. Up next, we got Daryl Dixon himself. Now, if you've been following the news recently, you also know that Norman Reedus was given a big chunk of money to stay on and be the new lead. And since he's going to be the new big lead protagonist of the series, I'm saying Daryl is safe. There's no way they're killing him off. So, Daryl is safe. Next, we got Judith. Now, I'm going to say Judith is also safe. I feel like with Carl gone, Rick gone, they're going to need a Grimes legacy character, and I'm going to say Judith is going to be that Grimes legacy character, carrying on her father's legacy and Carl's legacy. So I think she's going to be safe for the season, and probably for multiple seasons to come. Next, we got Michonne. Now, I think Michonne is going to be safe with so many big characters leaving, like Rick and Maggie. I think they're going to need to keep some more iconic characters around. Plus, I think with her upcoming comic storyline, there's other things for her to do. She's not going to get her exact comic storyline, but I think they're going to, change up a few things. She's going to take other people's storylines, and I think there's a lot more for her to do. So I say Michonne is safe. Next, we got Tara. Now, Tara's a character I've been saying season in and out, she should die. She should have died in All Out War. She should have died during March to War. There's so many opportunities she could have died. At this point, I'm almost saying I'm surprised she survived longer than Rick Grimes, honestly. And I'm going to say this season might be your time. I think the cast is growing. We got a lot of new characters coming. The Whisperers and new beginning characters coming. I think this is going to be Tara's season to go out. And I think she's going to be one of the heads on the pikes that make up Alpha's border at the end of the season. So I think Tara's going to die. Next up, we got Eugene. Now, I think Eugene is safe. I think he's got a lot more comic storyline to fulfill and potential. Plus, with the aftermath of him working with the Saviors during All Out War, I think there's a lot more for him to do. So I say, for this season, Eugene is safe. Next, we got Rosita. Now, I'm going to say there's a 50-50 chance. I think there's a 50-50 chance she lives, but there's a 50-50 chance she ends up as one of the heads on the pikes for Alpha's border. I hope that Tara takes her death. I think there's a lot more they could do with Rosita, and I really hope they keep her around. The actress is good. I know the actress has stated that she wants Rosita to get her comic death, but I really hope they keep her around and remix some things. I think there's some possibilities there to do some interesting things and just have some interesting storylines play out. I was kind of upset when she died in the comics, so I'm kind of hoping they keep her around. So I'm going to say a 50-50 chance for Rosita this season. Next, we got Father Gabriel. Now, I think he's another one where there's a 50-50 chance, but I think he is gonna survive. I think there's a possibility for him to go out next season in season 10, but for right now, I think there's some interesting stuff that they could do and remix of Father Gabriel for this upcoming season, so I think Father Gabriel lives. Next, we got Aaron. Now, Aaron, in the new beginning, didn't have much to do. I feel like he was very underutilized. However, I feel like in the TV show, there's a lot of potential for him to do a lot more. I feel like him and Enid have this connection to Oceanside now. So I think there's some things that they could do there with him. Remix some other things with him be a more take charge role in Alexandria following Rick's death. He even has the look of comic Rick. So I think there's a lot of potential for Aaron to have some good storylines and not be side shafted like I feel like he was in the beginning of A New Beginning in the comics. So I think Aaron lives. Next we got Anne, or Jadis, whatever you want to call her. I think there's a 50-50 chance here of Anne. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with her in the New Beginning, and I don't know how much more story she could honestly tell. I know there's a lot of fans thinking she's gonna have something big with the helicopter. Personally, I think that's gonna be a throwaway thing that ends within like an episode or two. I think there's a chance she could end up being one of the heads that makes up the border wall. I think that she is kind of a 50-50 wild card at this point. There's some good stuff they've done with her, but there's also some things where they could easily just throw her away, build her up to being a good ally, and then have her go out as one of the heads on the Pikes. So personally, I'm going to say Anne dies. Next, we got Siddiq. Now, I think Siddiq is safe. I feel like to introduce him with the Carl storyline, Carl saved his life. He's going to be there to help his dad and help run the community. He's also one of the doctors now. I don't think there's any reason to kill off Siddiq. I think Siddiq will survive the season, maybe go on to have a relationship with Rosita or something, but I think he's going to be okay for right now. There's not much else to go off. I feel like if they do kill him, it'll just be, why did they introduce him with Carl then? There was no reason to do that. I think he needs to survive and go on for another season, 2, maybe 3, and then kill him off depending on how the comics go. But I think for right now, Siddiq is safe. Next we got Barbara. Now for you eagle-eyed Walking Dead fans are high up there, Walking Dead fans who pay attention to everything going on like the wiki or whatever, Barbara was Judith's babysitter and kind of caretaker whenever our group was out on runs. Seeing as Judith now is around 3-4 years old, I feel like Michonne will have a more prominent role in taking care of her and probably pushed around between other characters maybe. I think Barbara will go out as one of the heads on the Pikes and just die at the end of the season. I honestly don't think there's anything they can do with her. She doesn't do much in the show as is, which is why I feel like no one will probably know her in this video. But I wanted to add her in here because there's fans out there who do know of her and pay attention to the character. But I honestly think she will die. She's kind of like a red shirt at this point. I think she's even listed as a co-star, so she's not that important. And I think with Judith getting older and other characters probably taking care of her being maybe more intertwined with the story, I think there's not going to be a need for her anymore, and I think she will die. Last, we got Heath. Now, Heath's a character we haven't even seen since season 6, midway through. And if you want my honest opinion, I don't care what they do of him. I feel like the show treated Heath bad. They didn't do what they should have with his character. And they just treated him like a throwaway character. And I honestly don't blame Corey Hawkins if he doesn't ever want to return, because they really mistreated him badly. Personally, if he did return, I'd have a hard time swallowing that. Because what? It's going to be a year and a half after All Out War. There's rumored to be another longer time skip after Rick's death. So I don't totally understand how he'd return. I know Scott Gimple has said they plan to bring him back. I think their best option would be to say that they ran into him during the time skip and he just is back in the beginning of the season. Don't have them magically run into Heath, because I will not believe that they just happen to magically run into Heath after all this time has passed. But honestly, if they do bring him back, I'm going to say he lives, because they're not going to bring him back just to kill him off. It'd be like Morales again, and I feel like that's a cheap way to do it, and again, mistreating the actor. Alright guys, so yeah, those are my death predictions for The Walking Dead Season 9 for the Alexandria characters. Next up, we got the Hilltop, and then the Kingdom, followed by the Sanctuary, and then Oceanside and Miscellaneous. Again, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. And don't forget to subscribe down below and hit the bell icon. That way you don't miss any future Walking Dead related videos from me and any other Walking Dead content from me in the future. This has been Vision here with Blind Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.